Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was in Spain last weekend, testing Pirelli's 2021 18-inch tyres on Saturday at Jerez, completing 130 laps using a modified 2019 SF90 mule car for representative data. Pirelli's test was the first of 10 it's scheduled for 2020, extending through to mid-October and held across a range of venues, including Fiorano, Bahrain, Barcelona, Paul Ricard, and even Suzuka.
When you combine the Ferrari pedigree with the rapid rise of a young star who has something to prove, and then you throw on top of that an experienced, talented four-time world champion, also consider they are in equal technology and arguably of equal talent and ambition, you have an absolute recipe for disaster. To make matters worse, you have a rookie team boss whose extensive history and background come in the form of technical engineering as it relates to Formula One racing, not necessarily the leadership of a team and factory. Ferrari were destined for a tough 2019, but I'm not really sure how many saw this coming. The goal of this video is to walk through how we got to where we are with Ferrari in 2019 and how the Brazilian Grand Prix Double DNF was a long time coming. In order to do this, we need to do it in 3 different acts. Act 1, who are the players? Act 2, how do we get here? And Act 3, what do we do now?
Fast feed. McLaren's team principal Andreas Seidel has confirmed that the team won't be trying to copy Mercedes' DAS system as they have other areas to focus on. He also stated that it's by far the best start in many, many years for McLaren in a winter test. Red Bull's chief designer and technical officer Adrian Newey isn't a fan of the general trend in successive regulations to become even more restrictive. Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas had fun pushing the car a little bit closer to the limits while setting the pace during testing. He is also very proud of Mercedes for being the only team running the DAS system, something he had been aware of for quite a long time. Mercedes' other driver Lewis Hamilton felt great about the team's strong reliability in pre-season testing thus far, and he also wants F1 to promote gender equality while being open to all classes and all religions. And Williams driver George Russell is finding the 2020 car more planted and more together, making it a nicer car to drive.
Now, obviously, Rich Energy have taken all of the headlines this year when it comes to title sponsorship madness. But today is not that video. We're not going to be talking about Rich Energy today. No, we are going to be talking about another title sponsor that has an air of mystery about them. Not to the extent of Rich Energy, but they are certainly a company that I can guarantee 99% of you would not have heard of before they slapped their logo on the side of the Williams F1 car. I am, of course, talking about Rocket. Who the f*** are they?
The first week of 2020 pre-season testing is done and dusted. I'll tell you more about the 3 days in just a moment. The morning session on day 3, I was in the pits. Beautiful clear skies, lovely light, and I was at the end of the pits where they leave the pit lane trying to get this particular signboard up here, what is that, a results board, and the cars. But as you can see, the car isn't that big in shot because it's over on the left hand side of the pit lane exit. However, McLaren's garage is right at the end, so it's only probably 30 metres behind where I'm sitting here. So I was delighted when one of the McLarens came out and wasn't over the other side of the pit lane, came very close to me. I got it large in shot and also the signboard in the background, which pleased me no end. And then they stop down a little bit further and they do their practice starts and they kick up a fair bit of dust behind them, and you can get in quite close with a 600mm lens and get this lovely heat haze across the top here, all of this crap flying around the bottom here, the wheels in motion and the Aston Martin logo super sharp.
Hello and welcome to F1 Livery Histories, the channel where we take a look back at the different paint jobs, racing trims and sponsor decals adopted by respective Formula One teams throughout the eras. Today we'll be taking a look at a team known best for its fighting qualities and technical innovations. A team that regularly punched above its weight, on and off the track, and eventually established itself as a beacon of self-reliance, intrepidness and triumph against the odds. Team Tyrrell.